Hi y'all, welcome back to my shop. This is Mike Peace for Turning Tip Tuesday. Some subscriber, I'm sorry I don't remember who the name, it's been a while, asked if you can take a bolt and chase threads with it. Let's see. Okay, I've got a block of Bradford pear. It is not the best wood to thread chase, but I've threaded a number of boxes with it. It's hard, it's dense. It does fairly well with a good clean thread chaser. So let's see what happens. So I bought a 3/8 inch bolt. I'm sorry I forget what the designation is, but it's in the special bin at Home Depot in that it's stronger than regular. It's not just your normal bolt, but it's 16 teeth per inch, which is a typical threading size that I use on some thread chasers. I've got the finish nice and clean. I chamfered the edge a little bit. I'm going to turn the speed down a little bit. It's running just a hair above 300. I've got the tool rest far enough back. I'm going to come in at a slight angle and engage the threads, and I'll show you the grind on this in a minute. Striking the thread appears to be a bit of a challenge. Now I can feel it cutting a little bit. Engaging the thread. Got a little bit of a catch there. If I incline it a little bit, more of a negative rake, maybe I can pick up the edge. I feel it grinding, but I'm not really cutting threads. Got a little bit of something started. I'll pull this tool rest back just a little bit. Whew, it's hard work because I'm having to press laterally with my hand. It's very difficult. Now I'm getting a thread, and it looks like it's an acceptable thread. I did sharpen this bolt. After I ground it, I took a diamond file and ground it down. Let me see if I can show you that profile. Basically, it's ground flat. The bottom is not exactly parallel, but it doesn't make a difference because I'm cutting with the top edge. On the male thread, I'm coming in sideways, having to press very hard. On the inside thread, the female thread, I'm going to cut on the other side, and this is going to be shaped more like a female thread chaser. Let me show you a couple of real thread chasers for comparison. So these are the two regular thread chasers, 16 threads per inch. This is the female. You can see on the left-hand side there, it would be a similar motion. Now with the male thread, it's straight on, and I'm using this side. Let me show you how much easier it is with a regular thread chaser. And I'm actually going to use the threads that are already there, and I'm just going to pick up that thread and continue it. Because I get to press directly into the wood, it's just not nearly as straining. And there you can see the threads. You spray a little denatured alcohol, maybe you can see it a little bit better. So I would say to the answer to the question, could you cut it with a bolt? I'd say theoretically it's possible, but boy, it would be a challenge. It would be because it's so strenuous. It's hard to keep that edge. You'd have to keep sharpening it, and for me, I would say it's not worth the time and effort to even mess with it to give it a try. A pair of these are about $75 from Sorby, and I would say that's probably a better way to go. Now I would say a more promising way of cutting threads with a bolt is if you use it as a tap, such as this. My live center that came with my Powermatic is 3/4 inch by 10. It's the same as the one-way threads. And if you wanted to put a specialty device on it for something like a special live center, you could actually drill this block of wood 5/8 of an inch, maybe just a hair larger, and if you take a bolt, an ordinary 3/4 by 10 threads per inch, and put grooves on 3 sides, so it kind of looks like a tap, and you taper the threads for the first quarter, 3/8 of an inch, a little bit, so it's slightly tapered, so you can actually get it started. You actually can use this to tap threads. I've done it before. This one's been tapped with it. So that is one way you could use a bolt to cut threads.